here. Now I want you guys to see why the markets moved to that level, this specific level, yeah. So if you check, let me just do this. Yeah. If you check, initially there are people who thought that the market will react from around here again, because I saw someone entering bias from here with a very tight stop loss from here, sorry. But the markets ended up reacting from this over here. It was slightly below. So this is what I saw. And I repeat, you cannot be getting all the setups. Yeah. Okay, this is the 5 minute, but I saw it on the 15 minutes if I'm not mistaken. Let's just see. We'll look at it together, you guys. Eh? Yeah. Apologies. So if you check this, there was an overlap over here, but it depends on which broker you're looking at. The broker that I had on my account, it showcased me there was an overlap right in this zone. I hope you guys can see. Yeah, it's a very tiny one, very easy for you not to see it, but it's there. Let me zoom with this since I cannot. Okay, ideally everyone can see right now. Yeah, it's a very tiny one. Eh? The reason why I actually got to identify it was because I don't know what I was fiddling with. So I hope everyone can see this overlap. Yeah, so this zone had not been fully consumed. Let me turn this into like proper black. Go down. I hope with this you can see it. Yeah, with this one, I think you can see it well right now. Okay. So we had this overlap here. It didn't consume it fully. So the markets wanted to consume that completely. So they came kabisa, then took it. Yeah. So when you're going to the lower time frames, yeah, what's this zone? This zone for the people who trade the smart money and all that, you had this, you call it a fair value gap. Yeah. Yeah, it was not fully consumed, that zone. So as you can see, price came down to that zone, it tapped you, cleared the whole of it, then shot up. Yeah, so that was the zone where price actually went to get the, but in actuality, since this is the 5 minutes, you remember I told you guys to check the 5 minutes. Yeah, if you marked this one, but this one ideally, it's very hard for you to even think about looking at this zone, to be honest. So price came, it tapped, collected the liquidity, then shot up. Yeah, so that's how these people, if any, I sincerely doubt you could have identified it at that point in time. Yeah, so it came, tapped the zone, then shot up. That's what happened during the news. Yeah, so yeah, so ideally, personally, I got into sales up here. I'm still holding. The reason why I got into, okay, who's that? Just a moment, guys, just a moment. I'll be back. Let me see who's at the door.
Meanwhile, I can just go on as he's sorting whatever he has. So why Ngare sold from, I think I'll just mention the price level instead of sharing my screen. There's a type of liquidity on 4 hours, which is situated at that particular area. Between 29.30, it was around 29.36, all the way to 29, I think 29.44, 45 there. So it was a very nice zone to react from. I believe once you go down to the lower time frame, we will be able to sorry, hold on, just a minute. Ngare, are you there? Who is moving your screen?
Oh, hey guys, I'm back.
Okay, nice.
So ideally, right now I think everyone's looking for more buys and more. Actually, I don't know anyone who's looking to sell gold. So as for me, I personally got into a sell on gold. This is what actually I looked at, but it was like very at around, I don't know what the time was. I looked at this zone. Price came tapped, and currently I'm holding. I want to get out around here. I'm waiting to see. Yeah, that's the reason why I actually got on this sell on gold. Yeah, I'm currently holding it. I shared it with a couple of my people. Yeah. So I don't know. Hesbon, what
Yes,
should I look at? What should I look at?
we can look at today's opportunity, GJ, Eurjpy, GU, and maybe the same gold. You can also give out possible areas of entry for whatever we have. So we can start with DJ, then Eurjpy. You know, we want those pairs that moves.
The ones that you can actually catch a trade.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me use this one. I'll just clear things up. So ideally, this is we're currently bearish. Yesterday news didn't affect much. When you start analyzing, you start from a higher time frame. You start with your constant time frame. After you've gotten your constant time frame, then you start dipping down to other time frames. Yeah. So daily. Looks like we've been bullish for some time. Let me go to the monthly. I want to see what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing there's a lot of liquidity lying up here. I'd expect it to be like price to go take it out, but at the same time, yeah, if you watch this over here and over here. Okay, let me just clear the charts. If you watch this, because we are looking at how we are going to trade right now, yeah. If you look at this, price actually respected this over here. This is a monthly week overlap, yeah. And not forgetting, we're currently trading the current price action, yeah. So the price is currently playing at our zone at this overlap, yeah. So when we're looking for entering any trade, we technically be playing in this zone, and ideally, if you are keen enough, there was a type there. Not quite clear, but yeah. So ideally, currently our price action, we are very bearish from the monthly to the daily, and the fact that we got a strong weak rejection from this zone, it clearly tells us that we are bearish. If you are going to take a buy, technically you're looking for scalps, yeah. Okay, so we're going to move to the 1 hour time frame to see what opportunities we can see, because currently we all know that the market is selling heavy. As you can see, we got a complete engulfing on this. It's another type, to be honest with you guys, the type 2. Yeah. So ideally, the first place you would expect you will be looking for sales, it's here. Yeah. That's if price starts moving, rallying up, you'll be expecting to look for sales from at around that zone. You can either take there, or if you want to be cautious and not miss the trade, take a trade from there. You look for a short position. Yeah. Make sure your stop loss, you don't exaggerate too much, and you don't finite too much. It's roughly giving 10 pips. You can extend it to around 15 pips. Yeah. You look for your sales, because the price, this is like a clear indication that price decided that we are very bearish. Yeah. As everyone can see, completely engulfed the previous candle. Yeah. And there was actually, wait, can we wait? I want to see something. Okay. This is the candle that actually pushed price to the upside. Yeah. And you remember, guys, we look for wick to body. Yeah. Wick to body. We got a proper shift from there. So after we've gotten this shift, all we'll be doing is looking for sells, sells, sells. So this is our first point of interest. If you will be shorting, and it's a very long shot, because remember, yeah, we got our trade from the monthly. Yeah, as you can see, we had that overlap there, and we've experienced a daily. Have we experienced a daily shift? No, not yet. Not yet. We haven't experienced a daily shift. But if we get a daily shift and price starts, but this is a long-term trade, to be honest with you guys, because for monthly to start doing something, it takes a long period of time. Yeah. Anyways, that's GJ 1 hour. I wouldn't advise you to look for buys, but if you decided to start looking for buys, if you decided to start looking for buys, let's check out the possibilities. I'll go to the 1 hour, see what price did. We are here. Okay, this is what caused the push to the downside over here. So this is technically our point of interest. I first turn to the line charts to get a clear point of view of what's happening in the markets. Then you switch to your candlesticks. Yeah, this is the bullish candle that pushed us to the downside. Yeah, so we got our shift at around this zone. After we got the shift, right there, oh, this is the one. After we got this shift, and as you can see, as much as it's not that clear, there's a form of liquidity engineering. Let me mark this zone. This and this. There's a form of liquidity engineering, the reactive one. Yeah, this is what you call reactive liquidity engineering. Yeah. So after price did the liquidity engineering, this is technically a shift in the lower time frames, which 30 minutes you might consider it if you're looking for scalps and all that. So this is where we got our initial shift. This is what we will consider our inside formation. We actually have two. This one over here and this one. This is the first one, and this is the other one. We won't consider this much simply because we had this, then we had price coming to consume this. Yeah. So we'll start by considering this one.
Sure.
So we have a type here. This is a very strong type. As you can see, price fully consumed, like fully engulfed, not consumed, fully engulfed this one. So this is the first place that we'll be looking for our buys.
That is like
because
type 5.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This is type 5. Where's this shift? Let me mark it for you guys so that you can see. So as you guys can see, the wick of the previous candle was higher than the than the bullish one that engulfed. So this is where we'll actually be looking for our first long position. You can ideally, like I insist, yeah, you can have a 20 pip stop loss or a 15 pip stop loss, but this one is giving us a 17. Just put your stop loss slightly above, just slightly above. You can target here. This one you can be this place where currently price is. It can be your first take profit. Then your next take profit can be here at your entry while you're looking for sales. Yeah. This is the first trade setup that you guys should be anticipating. So if price comes back, takes this, then dips, I suggest that if you're entering at this one, take some good pips. Ideally I'd say what? How many pips? Okay, this is good. This is 160. If it gives you 100 pips till around here, if it gives you 100 pips, this was a reactive zone. If it gives you 100 pips, take some, put break even or at your buy entry, then let the price do what it will do. But remember, this is the ping pong that we'll be waiting for. And if it hits back up here, expect price to dip massively, yeah, like some massive. And the reason why also you could consider this strongly, as you can see, there's an overlap over here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So this is also a clear indication that price will come, tap this zone, then shoot to the downside. As you can see, we got our entry using the 30 minutes time frame. Yeah.
And the moment the daily will have a daily structure closing, go back to daily.
Let me remove this.
Yes, the moment the price will trade below, let me see, below I think it's 180 something. It will be now enough confirmation that will dump much lower. Because personally, there's a zone around 184. It's a place I'll be interested to start looking for long-term buys to swing. If you check, you will see that.
What? Okay, did anyone speak?
Just proceed.
Okay.
And proceed to the next pair.
Okay, so we'll go to Gbpusd. Yeah? Why am I searching up with Gbpusd? Oh. Okay, price reacted from here. Why didn't I see this? This was a really good sell, by the way. I think, okay, let me see for the monthly. Okay, ideally, it looks like, but for Gbpusd, since the news came out yesterday and weak dollar, technically, as much as we'll be seeing sales, it's not long-term sales, yeah? But hey, this was a clean trade. As you guys can see, on the monthly, we have an overlap over here. When you dip down to the daily, this zone, as you can see, there was liquidity engineering. Okay, we can be getting shorts briefly, as you guys can see. I'd expect price to come here before I think about selling. This is actually where I'd think about selling, not where I initially saw, because I've seen liquidity engineering here. But Let's refine the trade some more. This is just the first probability of it. Yeah. The reason why I'm saying liquidity engineering is as you guys can see, I marked this zone. Let me even use the path. I hope everyone can see. There was this price, small price action. It went up, got down, went up, got down, didn't reach our level, or maybe it reached using the wicks. Let me see. Yeah, it didn't reach our level. It just faked, then dipped. And as you can see, price from over here, it tapped this, then dipped. Yeah. Hey, this can be a long-term trade, by the way, if you look at it a couple of days, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, this is for if you're looking for sells, this is the zone that you will be expecting to sell. But let's go to a lower time frame here. If you're looking for buys, currently I'm still holding this buys that I took. When was it? Last week, Tuesday. Hesbon, I think we did this together. I'm not sure.
The buy setup the other week.
Yeah.
And by the way, you see, GU is almost to our zone of sales, but now because of the fundamental effect, I haven't checked the economic calendar today. I don't know if you have anything, because from the dollar effect on CPI, we might break, maybe we might push up, but today's on Thursday. We might have a slight pullback for enough liquidity collection. Then maybe we come and break this one, because we really need to have, since these are, oh, no, I thought I was sharing my screen. Anyway, able go to daily, and then I mark, just go to daily on your screen, then I highlight the zones I'm talking about. I don't know how to annote. Is there a notion? Normally pa kuchora screen yako hivi.
Kuna vile.
Nachora aje?
I don't know.
Anyway, I can just give you.
Acha niache kushare, you share, I take this phone call.
Okay, it's okay. Let me just share whatever. Okay. For us, we see the market, the way we trade, it's exactly the same. So that's why it's easier for us to understand certain levels. Let me try to share my screen. Okay. If you look at Gbpusd, for the long term, how you guys can see my screen, right? Mtu confirm kama mnaona screen yangu. Okay, perfect. Now, if you look at Gbpusd from the daily time frame, guys, you don't need to trade randomly. You don't need to trade blindly. You need to understand where is price heading to. The most important thing in a directional bias. Now, understand on monthly time frame, like Eurjpy, on weekly, depending on the cycle. These are the things that we'll be teaching in our advanced session while ambao sharing here. So, utapata at this particular area, hapa juu, initially, okay, let me go back first of all to monthly. Ukiwa kwa monthly, tuko na stronger liquidities ambazo ziko above as jakuwa consumed. Price will always go for, no matter what, it's just a matter of patience. So if I put this here above, hold on. So the red line represents my monthly area of liquidity. But if you look at this reaction hapa chini, price ilikuja ikata like a drop, but they still, for me to fully agree that liquidity has been consumed, it has to be consumed more than 50% of the zone. So his zone haijakuwa consumed more than 50. So which means there's some left liquidity above here which has to be consumed before we maybe massively sell. All right. So this could be just a slight pullback. Someone is talking. Okay.
Just continue.
All right. Acha ni mute hawa watu wengine ndio sipige kelele. Sorry for that. So if you look at this area, I'm talking about this area of liquidity on the monthly time frame, and then since this place was very strong, that's why it pushed price all the way to this other area of liquidity. Guys, once you understand the liquidation process, you're sorted. So hapa, then because also this area is having strong liquidity, price is pushing. And there's one thing, Gary, I always consider. If I don't have For example, if I have a shift and an inside formation, I consider it as a very strong zone. And now if you look at this structure, after market will push down, hii zone yetu ya kuselia hapa, it might be just for short term. And then now we might be heading inside this area for full consumption, maybe before we have another reaction based on the structure that will be printed on the daily time frame, of course. And then now maybe we'll be coming to consume. Could you think could you hakuna much liquidity? Maybe maybe price might come here. We'll check on daily and see much information. So the point what I'm trying to say.
If you actually over there,
Yes.
if you see there was that shift to the downside.
Yes. Are you talking about this area?
Yes, that one. There's that shift to the downside, then it created that area. So we would expect price to come to that area of liquidity before we expecting like proper shots.
Sasa hapo ndio tutamwagika, hata tunaweza kuja kutake out. Guys, you need to know how to take swings, and then you need to know how to manage your trades. Anyway, because you are here to look for intraday opportunities, not everyone can swing, and it takes time for you to master swinging. Patience is not something that everyone can take. So so from the monthly tuko na hii overlap, tumerefine. Tukienda kwa daily tuko na, I think for me daily I use green lines to avoid confusion, so I just use the green lines. So kwa daily tuko na hiyo. In fact, we have a funny thing, we have liquidity engineering and we have a type 1. When I'm talking about a type 1, ni candlestick hapa. Look at the reaction. Unaona hii candlestick hizi mbili hapa. It's a type 1. Then above hapa tuko na liquidity engineering. So if I maybe go to H1 to do further refinement, we'll have some reaction there. But maybe, hold on. Let me just go to H1. So time frame coordination and alignment is very important, guys. You don't just wake up from anywhere and you just start. It's so interesting when you can easily understand and view the market the same way based on the concept that we use. Ngari, what about there? Apple? Inakuwa pips ngapi? 17. So we'll have a slight reaction for sales.
So I was saying, yeah.
Yes.
What we saw on the daily actually repeated itself on the 1 hour.
Yes.
And as you guys can see on the 1 hour on our charts, I think current price action. This is the daily, yeah?
Yeah, this is daily.
As you can sijui kama naweza siwezi kachora screen yako. But if you guys were keen where the horizontal ray was,
I go back to daily.
Go back to daily.
Okay.
So for daily, move to the line chart. I want these guys to see something. As you guys can see, where there's that previous lower high before it got taken out.
Right there.
So price actually went from that lower high, it went up, took that low, then took out the high, but it didn't close above with the body. That was liquidity engineering. There are people who are already in sales, but they had stop losses just above that week. So these guys went to take those stop losses. After that, if you move to the 1 hour, where he has the lines, you'll see the same exact thing has happened. Yeah. So that's what we call liquidity engineering. As for me, badala kusema liquidity engineering, hiyo ndio mimi naitanga Quasimodo QM kurahisisha, but that's what you guys call liquidity engineering. After they've created that liquidity,
just check the screen. Kuna kitu nilikuwa na clarify. Just take back the screen and malize
so
opportunities. Let me stop sharing.
Okay. Okay. Can you guys see my screen properly?
Yes.
Okay. Gbpusd. Okay, I'll go back to the daily. This is what I was telling you guys. Okay, Nambiwanga, it's hard for guys to see, so I'll tell it to blue. Then I'm going to hide this kidogo. Hide. You guys can see this structure, right? This is what we call liquidity engineering. Anytime you hear me or Esbon say liquidity engineering, this thing is what we are talking about. But ideally, it doesn't look exactly like this. Why am I saying that? Simply because the markets are fractal. Utapata inaenda hivi ndio uweze kuidentify vizuri. But this is not a teaching session, so sita concentrate sana hapa. Utapata inaenda hivi juu chini, juu chini, juu chini. It creates that high, it takes it out, then it starts going juu chini, juu chini, juu chini, breaks your high, then it dips. Acha nitafanya hivi kwa ajili hii kitu imeniamulia. I think I should be using a mouse tukiwa na hizi sessions, niache kutumia touchpad. So as you guys can see, this is ideally how the market would move. Let me get the mouse. Dakika moja hata msitoke niko hapa. Haya. Aya. So tuko hapa. This is what I want you guys to see and understand. If you see price moving like this, it breaks this high. Sometimes it doesn't even break that high, but this one comes and breaks the high. If you see this kind of price action, it came here, dipped, then this one broke that current high, alafu hii ikakuja, alafu ikadip, tuseme ilifika hapa alafu ikadip, assume like this. This is just this structure. It's like this. Unassuming there are things that you assume. You don't take it kabisa, because when the price is moving like this is just the price action. So you'll take this high, this low, and this one, and then it will dip. Okay. So nimemalizana na hiyo. I'm not going back to that. So this is what I want you guys to see. It went like that. Line chart. As you can see, inakuonyesha hivyo. Ilimekio. When you go to the 1 hour, so I want us guys to concentrate on where Hezbollah had marked this zone here. But these are short term, man. These are very much short term. So ukiangalia hapa, it made the same structure. No, that's liquidity nearly. So now that we're done with that, you will look at it as if you want to get an entry. Where are you getting an entry? At the previous high, high yenye ilikuwa hapa. Yeah, that was our first place where we were thinking about. So unaweza kamua, you'll take your sales from here. Ama, if you're good with the types, if price comes there, this is a very, very clean trade. And which kwa 2 pips zako, but remember the market is very bullish. If you're shorting from here, just remember the markets are very bullish. 100, I hope 1,100. So hii unaweza kaka 15 pips. Don't hold it so much. Get your 100, get your 200 pips, then you're out. Eka tu hapa, or if you see it's moving for a couple of days, there are people who don't know how to take partials ama kitu kama hiyo. So you can be moving your stop loss. First unaweka break even. If you see it's broken a specific structure and it's continuing going down, you put at this level and you ukiendelea. So this is the view on the first sell that you would think about taking on on this. So ideally, since currently tuko hapa and we're expecting price to go there, when do we expect to be taking our buys? So that's the major question. Yeah. Let me see on the weekly.
Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
So ideally, if Vic, unaweza kujimute.
Can mute one device.
Okay. So as I was saying, yeah, ideally this is the first shorting in tunaangalia. It's around here. We've refined it. Initially, this is where we would enter, and the stop loss could have been like this, but we have refined it some more. Yeah. So on the weekly, as you guys can see, we have this structure. Yeah, this is actually more confluence. Yeah, this structure. On this structure, you actually expect shorts. Yeah. This is on the weekly, and we had a shift from here, and it confirms this was an outside formation in other ways to look at it. But let's say we're looking for buys. Let's go to the 4-hour. This is intraday now. Looking for buys. The first place that I would expect price to make reactions, this one I wouldn't consider. Ngoja. Because right now I'm expecting price to dip a bit, then shoot up. This will be the first place that I'm considering, because this overlap here, let me just highlight it for you guys. Let me just remove this. Because this is the first overlap that we have from this to this. This is the first overlap, but as you can see, fully consumed, okay? So the next best area to look for buys, it's here. Okay, why did I say this zone? If you check keenly, there's this validation, invalidation. Okay, so this is the first area that you look, and liquidity over here has not been consumed. Yeah. So as we look at this zone, let me remove this. As we look at this zone for buys, we'll go to a lower time frame to see what this is the current, because we're not expecting price to push to this level right now or this level right now, because yesterday news came out and it was very, very against the dollar, against the dollar. So this will be my first refinement, yeah, as I don't see any, what's this called? This is the structure that we keep on talking about. There was liquidity engineering over here, as you guys can see. Clear that, then short up, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So as you guys can see, this level over here, if you are going to refine it, I'd refine it from here. So I'd be looking for entries at around this point, yeah. You can actually move it to here. I don't want to start using big names like deviators, and all that, but just know this structure is telling us that this is a hotcake zone. You can take this, but ideally price will come do its reaction from around this zone over here, yeah. Put your stop loss from here, then you ride it to the top, yeah. Long position, then you ride it. Target will be, okay, your first take profit can be around here. The reason why you keep hearing me and Hezbon say first take profit and all that is because the most profitable traders are the traders who take partials, not the ones who wait until price hits their TP. Yeah. Like while the trade is moving, you're taking money and putting in your pocket. So when price comes to hit your buy, break even, buy entry, sell entry, you already have something in your pockets, yeah? So first TP can be 50 pips. The next one, target the next high, maybe 100 pips. Then the next one, you target 150 and up to our zone where expecting. I think that's the zone you're expecting to sell, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah? Let me just confirm. Yeah, that's the zone we're expecting to be selling. It's around 200 pips. So when you get your clean entry from here, ride it till the drop. 200 pips is it's more than enough. It's a good one. Okay. So this is the zone that will be of interest to us. Yeah. So get your buys from here, this zone. After you've gotten your buys, ride it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You can actually, if you're scared, you have 15 pips or so. You take this buy, ride it to this point, and you'll be good. Yeah. Do we have any questions on that before we continue? Ama net yangu ilipotea na sijui. Nimekuwa nikijiongelesha. Guys,
No,
can you hear me?
We can hear you, Ngare. Anyone who has a question based on Gbpusd, we have given an idea of swings and we have given an idea of intraday levels that you need to look for buys. And if you are keen, you know what to do once the market is at our areas of interest. You've not heard us talking about order blocks, GFVG. We're just making it simple.
So we move on to the next pair. Mtaka tuangalie pair gani?
Tumeangalia GJ, tumeangalia GU. You can look at Eurjpy and then tutamalizia na gold. I think those few pairs will be enough for guys to get opportunities.
Wanda is taking over. So ideally, whenever you're starting all this, make sure you start from the daily time frame. Though you get a clear structure of what's happening. As you guys can see, initially, this is what I'm telling you guys. A profitable trader is the one who takes partials. Okay, angalia here, initially, yeah, price came, tapped this zone. Up I got my first buys. I expected price to come back down, but iliendelea juu. But price came back down here. Ilitap hivi, I got my entries around here. Alafu ikaendelea kushoot juu. By here, nilikuanga nimechukua something, yeah? But it went against me. This is why you're told, always take some partials. You can never be too sure. Yeah, as we know, we are in the game of probability. So let's start analyzing from the monthly. Why I had marked those. So yeah, as you guys can see, we have been very bearish. Forex.com. As you guys can see, we have been very bearish. Just look at this trend line. We have been very bearish, yeah? But again, upper there's relative equal lows. This one from here to here. Okay, this one was consumed. But ideally, yeah, for guys, when you're watching this, you start with the monthly because kuna story yenye monthly itakuambia. After kwa monthly, kama uoni kitu yoyote kwa monthly, if you're seeing it's confusing and all that, slide over to the daily. Not to the daily, to the weekly. We talk about FTAs, yeah? It means if this time frame doesn't show you something, you move to the other time frame, it'll tell you something, yeah? So here in the weekly, it looks as if we have been ranging, yeah? Because these levels, I want you guys to see clearly, yeah? There's this level here. And there's also this level that has never been broken. So it hasn't broken this. And as you guys can see, when you see like, yeah, when you see an overlap here, it means that, and it's been holding, by the way, yeah? Price is very strong, but it has not been fully consumed. Actually, has it been? No, it has been consumed 50%, but expect a bit more consumption before we move to the downside. because as you guys can see, we had this structure that I keep telling you guys about. It came down, then went up, then came down. Yeah, we have this structure.
Ngare, can I say something before I forget?
Yeah,
Just
please.
On the same weekly time frame, at the near the F furthermost deviation, we have a type of liquidity, because one thing I believe, when the market maybe reacts like that and then it has not left us any maybe inside formation, because I can see a shift point, I consider those types of liquidity, and I can see there's a type on the weekly, there's a uko juu kabisa hiyo candlestick mbili za juu kabisa, there's a type that is type 1.
Type 1.
So for when
the body closed below this, and the week is
also
high.
the weeks reacted above the other one, so which means wakati price itarudi huko juu, hiyo itakuwa place fiti sana ya kutafuta.
Yeah, you'll be looking to sell the market from everywhere, like proper sales, eh?
Yes, once price does the thing.
So as you guys can see, this price has not closed,
but we can still have that overlap. Mark your overlap too, bado consider, maybe tutaiona kwa frauds.
but it's technically like there's liquidity lying there. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So as you guys can see, as you guys can see over here, yeah, price reacted strongly. So ideally you'll be looking for, like, this is what we're talking about is intraday. Yeah? So there's this level that price has been bouncing. It cleared this. You guys, I hope you guys can see. It looks small because we are on the weekly time frame, but this thing has been consumed. This price has been consumed. So you wouldn't be looking for price to come back down to these zones yet, okay? Because this is a type 2. Sindio? Kama sijakosea, this is a type 2.
Yeah, that is type 2.
Yeah. So if price dares come huku chini, tafuta entry yako huku kwanza. Sawa. But like utangoja sana kwa ajili hii ni weekly. Weekly takes time to materialize pia, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
So if you're looking, but like this one, you need to go back to like lower time frames to refine it some more, yeah. So as we are, price might do this, yeah. As we can see, it's currently bearish. This is on the 4-hour time frame. The only liquidity that we have lying ni hii hapa. Kuna hii, okay, this one. We have this.
You could consider that there's also a type 1 there.
This is actually the best place that you will be waiting for a trade, yeah?
Buys, yeah, sure.
As you can see, price is heavily bullish because on the weekly time frame, it actually closed above. This is a proper weekly shift, by the way, if you're not aware. This is what caused the price to create the liquidity engineering that we have here, yeah? So this is a weekly shift. No, actually, we haven't gotten a shift yet. Shift is supposed to come from around here. Yeah. So maybe at the end of the week, we'll be getting a shift. Then we'll be looking for these buys, or price might come. But if you're getting these buys currently, yeah, make sure you're not holding them for long term up until we get a confirmed, like a proper confirmed shift on the higher time frame, yeah. Because ideally on this time frame, this is the 4-hour. This is the candle that got us to make a shift. So on the 4-hour, we've gotten a shift. So, but on the weekly, we've not gotten a shift. Let's go to the daily. You go to the daily for confirmation. As you guys can see, this one, the daily is this one. We have a shift on the daily. Yeah. This is giving you even more confirmation to take that trade. Okay. This, okay, why is it looking compound? Mimi si perfectionist, lakini vitu zingine zinanikulanga kichwa. So the reason why I went to the daily to look for if you're having a shift is because at times you don't really get like a proper You don't get something proper in the 4 hour. So you go to the higher time frame to confirm what you're seeing on the daily. And if both coincide with each other, then you're good to take the so-called trade. So on this, if you are to use the daily, maybe you will be looking at this specific zone to get a good clean entry. Yeah. So you got this refined with the 4 hour, you got the type 1. You put your stop loss over there. Yeah. How many pips? It's big. It's big. 150. This. So we want to refine it some more because we can't be having 50 pips stop loss here. So what do? You go to the 1 hour. As we have confirmed on the daily, we got the shift, yeah. So we look at the current price action. As you can see, price fully consumed this one. Like this was a proper consumption, yeah. So ideally, what I'm saying is price will come to this. If we don't get a clean entry from around here, I don't know, maybe we go to 5 minutes to see what we can see, if we can see something different. The reason why we're going to lower time frame is to get a really clean entry, yeah? And if you're getting a clean entry, it means that your stop loss will be less. You don't want to risk much. Who's that call? Just a moment, I'm taking a phone call.
What Ngara was saying, once you get your POI, you need to use the lower time frame to refine so that you can get the best entry and also reduce the risk. Because me, I'm not a believer of a stop loss that is more than 30 pips. Yo mchezo hapana. The highest that I need to go ikienda sana ni 25 pips for myself because I focus so much on a good risk for a better reward.
So as you guys can see, here we had a liquidity engineering. Ukiangalia, it's around 36. So if you look well, nataka kuangalia if we had liquidity engineering on other east side, because on especially on the lower time frames, yeah. If you happen to not see like a proper place where you can get your entry, you can actually be extending and seeing these other sides. What price did it break this? Where did liquidity lie? Did it go and take that liquidity? If yes, where did it go take the liquidity? You slide and get to see. As you guys can see, this liquidity was taken, this was taken. You take this as your OTR over here. Here's one you can confirm, eh?
Yes, actually, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's one thing about how we trade. Wakati price ija break certain levels, based on good time frame alignment, you go to the most lowest liquidity engineering that you can see. Here itakupea the best entry. Like I think that's what you've done.
Exactly.
So actually,
as you guys can see,
1 hour, but iko sawa. Just go proceed.
As you guys can see, tumepata 20 pips stop loss. Let me just confirm kwa hiyo 1 hour. Sikuanga nimeona, imebidi yeah, it's actually on the 1 hour. Kabisa as he said.
It's okay, go on.
So as you guys can see, there was this. It came cleared, then it starts pushing up. So unakuja unaweka trade yako hapo. Weka 20 pips yako. Then you chill. Yeah. Price will come, tap you, alafu uendelee. Alafu when you're putting in the trades, make sure you check with your broker. You get to know the spreads, yeah? That's come out to me, zero spreads broker. So this is where you're camping. You wait, you stock the market. Kazi yako tu ni kuingia kuangalia kama ija kufikia unaishia. Usikakuwe na pressure. Wacha wapige makelele yote. By makelele I mean they go up down up down up down. They'll scare you like nobody's business. Let them do that. You just manage yourself. The major issue will come you managing yourself, not even you trading. Yeah. Yes, Bon. Can you take over kiasi? Naona itabidi niongee na hawa watu wangu.
It's okay. No wahala. Let me go on. So guys, let's proceed. Our live analysis is supposed to be 1 hour. We are 1 hour 30 minutes, but let me just finalize.
Excuse Hesbon.
Yes, hold on kidogo, takushia screen kidogo tu.
Oh.
Yes, bring on the concern.
Okay, can you check on Gbpnzd?
Gbpnzd, sawa.
Yeah.
Okay, before that, let me just finalize on something about these guys. So you see, this is gonna be a one very nice setup. You know, the problem with us traders, guys, is patience. That's why there's this statement like we like saying, it's not a must to trade every day. It is not a must to chase the market. Just look for the best setup. Because as kama hii ikikuja itap kwa entry yetu, it's gonna deliver up to, let me use 4 hours structure. Your first take profit should be around here, which is around 300 pips. Hii ni pesa mzuri sana. Depending on your account size, some good money. But the extreme point, if you go back to monthly time frame, the extreme point we might be targeting. Okay, I can use weekly first of all. We can be targeting price to come and take these liquidities. Kuna hii week overlap up, it's a zone of liquidity which has not been fully, although it's been done 50%. So now that we have another zone hapa juu, if you're patient enough and you know how to manage your trade, it's a trade that will give us more than 1,000 pips. Anyway, there are some things some of the beginners in this meeting cannot understand. The good thing is we have that hybrid class that is starting on 15. So these are the things that we'll be breaking down and I'll show you how to do them. So let me look at, so far tumeangalia GU, tumeangalia EJ, tumeangalia which other pair? We had a recap on gold. You said Gbpnzd. Was it Gbpnzd, Sami? Some.
Yeah, Gbpnzd.
Okay, that one. So as always, as far as the way we trade, we always first of all look at what do we have on the monthly. So if I look at my monthly structure, the previous structure, it was bearish. The recent structure, it's bullish. So this. Now, where are we in terms of price? Which are our areas of liquidity? Those are the things that we look at onto, guys. So if I look at the monthly structure, this current structure ina react ya wapi? Hapa tuko na this one na tuko na hii. As far as I'm concerned, this area of liquidity, it's a type 5 of liquidity. So I expect, since we are on a bullish trend, I expect price to come and fully do a consumption inside here before maybe we come down. Now, on the monthly time frame, for the bullish case, if I look at the consumption procedure or the consumption process, from, okay, first of all, to look one, just trying to look at it. This was the lowest point. Then price came and did a shift, and it left as a formation here. This formation has not been consumed. So wakati price itareact hapa juu, this will be my area of interest when nitakuja kuchukulia my long term swings zaku. Hapa ndio nitakuwa na target kuchukua all the profit. But now, do you want us to look at it in terms of intraday or a swinging or in which manner, Sam?
Swinging.
Okay, perfect. Now, in the aspect of swinging, so this is my, also think I need to put my color coordinates because mimi kuna venye huwa na labelingi I label my charts to avoid confusion. So red line represents monthly area of liquidity. Okay. So we have that. then if you look at, I'm trying to look at unconsumed zones. So the only structure in I feel, because ukiangalia kwa chart yako vizuri from the monthly perspective, price always forms liquidations, it forms liquidities, and then it comes for it to give it self. Ukiona hapa venye price ilifanya. So kuna, okay, we will start with the recent liquidities. Kuna hii hapa, but I feel price came, but haijafanya full consumption, so maybe I'll mark it. Let's mark it. Alafu tuende kwa daily time frame. So we can have that, but you see on monthly time frame, hii is on important. So nikitoka hapo naenda kwa daily time frame alignment or coordination. So if I come here, so hii structure ya hapa chini, because now we have two scenarios. Because the price is bullish, we need to see the market coming all the way inside huku ndani, ifanye consumption ya liquidity, ndio ifanye nini? It drop, ikuje huko chini. But remember, we also have another liquidity in iko hapa. You see this one? Let me see if I can see the structure on a line graph. Yes, this is a liquidity. This is a structure. You see, this is a structure. No. Hii ni structure tunafaa consider, but sasa mimi nikichora hivyo huwa naweka nini yangu. Okay, I think it's supposed to be somewhere here. Now, from the upside in terms of liquidity, we expect a reaction here because we had a shift point huku chini into the extreme liquidity, structure formation. So nikikuja kwa kwa daily time frame, I consider this or I look at this. Okay, before we go there, I need to see how the structure looks like. It's very valid. Nice, it's a structure. Later hapa itatuonyesha the body. No? But I'm interested with all of this consumption ya hapa juu. So I can go to the daily time frame. You're keen enough, you've understood how we do the time frame coordinations and alignment. So nikikuja kwa daily time frame, what do we have in this area that will give us reasons where we should get the best sales? Number one, if I look at the aspect of liquidity consumption, this one, there's a type here which has been consumed. And then this is type 5, it has not been consumed. This is another type 5. So the thing, as I said, when you're looking for, when doing your refinement, you should always consider entries that are near the FMD, the furthermost deviation, so that you can have the best liquidity consumed and best area to where the market, you expect the market to turn from. So with that now, if I come back to using the daily time frame, I will consider this liquidity engineering here. We'll consider this liquidity engineering. By the way, guys, Gbpnzd is one of the volatile pairs, if you don't know that. It's also one of the, so na hiyo zone. So tunaweza toa hii mambo yote hapa, focus na hapo juu. So tukiwa kwa hii area tukienda kwa, okay. There is this structure. Hold on, that is daily. Tukiwa kwa monthly. Just a moment. Okay, tukiwa kwa monthly. Na tuko na shift ambayo iko na formation na liquidity. Tunaweza consider hii as our first area. We put it here. Tutaziona zote tuone ni gani the best. Alafu pia to consider what is near the FMD. So maybe I can make this, change the colors to avoid confusion. So I'll use 1 hour. I'll use 5. I'll use. Oh no, we are on a daily, so I can use this type 5 hapo juu tutafuta information huko. So tukitoka hapo tukuje kwa 1 hour. Oh my goodness, my Nini's data cannot allow me to go past that. But the thing is, my data can't allow me. I think hii wiki itabidi nimelipia trading because of you guys, so that watu waelewe tukionyesha hizi mambo.
Umezoea kwenda na free will kama mimi
Itabidi tumelipia hii kitu for the sake of the students. Kuna watu pia watakuwa wanaonyesha backtesting and that. So now tukiangalia hiyo zone, maybe sasa wakati price itafika huku juu Sami, I'll do refinement. This will be my first, okay. The first consideration area ni hapa. If this place, of course, I will do a refinement here. My nini is free. I can't go to lower time frame because niko sure stop loss hapa inaweza kuwa acha tuone ni pips ngapi. You see, that's a lot. So we need to do a refinement at this area, of course, on 1 hour, and maybe go further to 15 minutes, and then in is on ingine pia consider. So if you're a swinger, you have to wait, patience. Wakati price itakuja huku, tutakuwa tuna consider. I think that has helped. Now, for the case of buying, maybe looking for buys from where we are, I consider this as an immediate area of liquidity, this one. So if I come to the daily time frame, maybe have a consideration of it. So if I do a consideration, I will say we have, okay, hold on. We have that. And we have, hold on. And we have this. In fact, these are type 3. Tunaweza fanya refinement mpaka huko. So kama nitakuwa natafuta buy za kuswing, kama market haitaingia huko juu kwanza, nitangoja price ikuja hapa ndani. Alafu ikikuja hapa ndani, of course nitafanya refinement. So this area, there's a type 3. There's a high chance of me getting my entries from this reaction hapa chini, because I can see a type of liquidity which is type 3. Hold on. Need to use color black. So tukija hapo, tukija kwa H1. Hapa ndo sasa mambo iko. Hapa ndio mambo iko.
Hapo ndo unapika.
Hapa ndo mambo iko. The thing is to get the best risk and a very nice around 20 something. So I'm just showing you how the refinement approach. Think to break each chart per session because naona inaenda print a very nice swing very soon. We'll even use this reactive. So up and the place nitakuwa na consider buy. That is wakati. You see, I've shown you the monthly area of liquidity for a bullish case. So of course, before nikuja hapa chini, there are some things. If maybe the market haitaingia huko juu sana, if there's something iki happen kwa hii area, if I see a shift point being printed here on the daily structure, then I'll be sure tunakuja huku ndani ndio tuendelee. If not so, market isikuja huku chini ende huku juu, I will be considering hizo mambo za refinement because liquidity flip, liquidity engineering, and I'll be interested to look for my swinging from the F from D, anything that is near the furthermost deviation. I think that Sam has given you a heads up. The same.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but hizi vitu tukiingia kwa hiyo session tukianza kufanya, you guys are going to enjoy trading. You're going to enjoy forex once you master some liquidation process and how to mark your charts, how to refine it. So I think because time as we are almost 2 hours, tumefanya session from it was around 9:30, almost 1 hour and 20 minutes. So what do you guys think? Can we end it there, Amma? Because I also don't want to do a very long recording.
Ama uangalie gold alafu ufunge.
Sawa. God imereact ile zone man. Ile self
Ndio.
Zile self zako I hope huko, hebu nione hizo ni pips ngapi. Najua ushaokota more than 70 pips.
Iski imefika 100.
Huko sawa. Sijapata trade ya gold leo. Nilikuwa nangoja tu hizo buy za jana. Anyway, now can delete everything. Unajua uzuri when you know what you're doing, it's easy. So if you look at gold, yesterday we were expecting to see a reaction at this zone because there's some liquidity. These are type more of type 1, but not that clear. Understand? So that's why we have that reaction. Wacha niiweke in a simpler way. Support and resistance. Yes. But now in an advanced way, that's why you're scared to a certain type of liquidity. So there's this particular area that price left. Based on intradays, it will be 4 hours. We need to have a consideration of this particular area. So nikitoka 4 hours, jana we were looking at, because hatukuwa na anything, tulikuwa tunaangalia hiyo overlap ya hapa ndio tupate buys za kutupush up, but market haikuja chini. I think when the station started, Ngare also talked about something that was seen that gave out that triggered the bulls to react from that price level that he shared. Now, if I come to, maybe I think I need to go to 30 minutes, but let me check on 1 hour. If I look at 1 hour, still, this is an area of consideration in terms of ukiangalia nice. Ukiangalia hii zone iko na uzito. Hii zone iko na uzito, but we need to look at the finer details. That's what we're interested in. Hii week ilikuja kusanya all the liquidities here, but below this reaction, we have this structure and this structure. So 2 possibilities. If this area where bears are trying to react is strong enough, then just know yesterday's area of maybe you could use this. Okay, we can use kutoka hapa mpaka hapa. Hapa ni mahali pa kuconsider sana. This is an area that you need to consider. If not so, other consideration, I'll go to lower time frame and look at what we have. We have this particular area, but liquidity has been consumed. This structure is easy, weeks zimekuja zikajiconsume. So let's go to 30 minutes and 15 minutes. Trying to see what is there. So my 2 best areas I could buy from. Okay. I feel like this liquidity lazima iokote. So I'll still why am I feeling like if the reaction will be strong enough to get enough liquidity to push price up, we might come back to 2900. Now by 2900, I'm trying to understand the consumption. Okay. That's like around 30 pips, which is not bad for gold. So if I do my refinement, I might be interested to buy from here as my extreme point. Then, do we have any fundamentals today? Maybe it could do anything. Do we have any fundamentals on our economic calendar?
Don't have any serious things.
Okay, so hii ndio extreme point inaweza kuwa interested because unaona hii reaction hapa ikikuja extreme sana hapa ndio unaweza expect haya. Then on the recent structure that we have, ambayo iko hapo, we had this overlap that Nani talked about, and I think ishakuwa consumed. So kama price itataka kukuja below hiyo area, ni huku tu chini ndio nitakuwa interested to buy now. So I really don't have any valid reason. Maybe ngare kama kuna kitu sioni nionyeshe. Then huku
hadi mimi sioni.
na kama ni huku basi, kama market itataka kuchukulia buys hapa, then we can focus on this structure hapo mpaka hapa. Unaona? Then maybe tuangalie 5 minutes tuone kama kuna some details. Yes, nice. So tunaweza tumia hii structure ya hapa. Because tuko na hiyo structure. We can have an entry here, by the way. That's 5 minutes. But if you want to make your stop loss, let me first of all measure something. Because you know one thing, sometimes when you do too much refinement, you can miss an entry, you know that? Too much of refinement.
Because yeah, that's how I missed Bitcoin buys.
So tunaweza amua tutumie hii reaction ya hapa. Because for us, we want to get the best trade. Sell yenye. Okay. There's one thing my mentor taught me about wakati price inataka kufanya an impulsive crazy move, lazima ikujie the most liquidity yenye imewacha inakujianga hiyo. Na hiyo inakujianga ina tap and go. Unasikia ile tap and go. So if I was to refine, if I was to refine, that will be also my another zone. Kiangalia ni pips ngapi? Just zingine kuna vitu nafaa utumie common sense. Those are like almost 18 pips. So kama ni 18 pips nazaipea allowance ya tatuone. Naweza kuwa na kitu kama hiyo. So market ikikuja hapo tunainua. So if you understand the liquidation process, you could use the 15 minutes and 1 hour structure. Right now price imereact huku, although sijaona kama imeniachia any type, kuna type 2 hapo, sioni clearly. So na kuna ka shift point hapa. So ukikuwa mjanja, kama hii market ita sell, you can get a re-entry sell around this area based on what structure will print for us. Because ukiangalia hapa, hii inaweza kuwa ni this is the low that caused this high. Si ndio ngare? Hapa.
Yes.
Na
that one.
Kienda kwa 15 minutes, that is kama market ita sell. But na prefer kutumia 1 hour structure. If I look at 1 hour, do you see any type for your zone too? Do you see any type? Is 30 minutes. Yes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes imetupea hii.
Clean one.
So which means kama market itarudi yes, kama market itarudi kutoka kwa hiyo zone, you could have sales. Any liquidation interesting. If you know how to do this thing, I always get trades. So utapata kitu hapa, hata uipe 20 ama 15, utafutia 100 pips zako, hata ukuje kwa hii zone, in fact ni 200 pips. Umefunga siku, you don't need to pressure yourself.
Uhitaji kujistress.
Yes, so that is its own goal for me majorly, because I'm right now, but we really not need to assume this area. Let me tell you guys one thing. Hakuna body may close above the area of liquidity. So two possibilities. Number one, either price ikuje react hapa. So I'm just giving you heads up. Either price ikuje react hii zone na iende kiendanga sawa. But you know, yesterday CPI gave us an idea. If you understand what is happening right now, we should just again now focus on pushing up. So kuna hizo ni ya chini na kuna hizo ni ya hapa. So if you are smart enough, you need to know how to get re-entries kama market itakuja huku chini ya kudeliver. Trust me, if you get a re-entry here, you won't miss like 150 to 200 pips trade. So I think up to that point, guys, we don't need to go further. Is a setup to measure kwa group. We're going to upload this on YouTube. You can go and to watch it. That is on YouTube. But if you are here and taking notes, I know you know what to do. Once market is at a particular level, you know what you're supposed to do. So guys, we're gonna be having a session. This is on a Thursday. I really wanted to nipumzike tu hii wiki, next week ndio nirudi kwa mambo na hizo sessions za usiku. Sitaki kujistress. I've been so busy the whole of this week. So maybe we'll wrap it a week tomorrow and then we'll do our Sunday focus. So I think up to that we're good. We can end our basic. So tupatane kesho morning hours, we wrap it our week. And let's watch price action and see what price will deliver. So make sure you trade in line with what we've been sharing. You guys have a lovely day. Let's collect those people together as a family. So I'm going to post this recording on YouTube and I'll share the link. You guys can go and watch.